Hey, first, third, and fifth periods. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. And I am at home today. To make a long story short, y'all know that before we went to digital learning days a couple weeks ago, my husband and I both got COVID and we were really sick. And so our whole family's kind of been quarantined. And then I had all my kids tested before Thanksgiving just to check to make sure none of them were positive because we were planning on going to my sister's house. Well, lo and behold, my baby, my 3-month-old, tested positive. So she is okay. She's asymptomatic, so she's not experiencing any symptoms, but it has sort of complicated some plans this week for childcare. So not to bore y'all with details, but the thing is that I have to miss a few days this week due to being the only one who can watch her because she is COVID positive and I have already had it. So I'm so sorry that I'm not here with y'all today. But Miss Stanley is with you and she will be going through this whole day with you, and it's going to be fine. So I want to just explain what you're doing today for Tuesday, December 1st. And I am going to be showing you this video. Okay. So first of all, after the instructions today and that you know what you're doing, you are going to be split up into two groups like we've done before. So half of you, or about half of you, will go to a microscope. The other half of you will stay at your seat. So you'll be at each of those places for, approximately 30 minutes. Just depends on each class and things like that. So Miss Stanley will take care of that and she'll decide who goes to microscopes and who stays at their seat. So if you are at the microscope, or when you do go to the microscope, let's talk about that. So first of all, you are going to be working in your microscope packet here. That should be pretty much already filled out. And the last two pages are what we've been looking at. We have been looking at some of those prepared slides for that are over here by the windows of the different human tissue samples. So that's what, from what I've gathered, on average, most people have looked at maybe 4 slides. I want you to get to as close to 9 as possible. You may not get 9 slides, and that's okay, but this is going to be the last day that you have at the microscopes like this. And you also, Miss Stanley will give you this half sheet of paper, okay, that this is a grading sheet to self-assess. So we will have the practicum part of our test next week, okay, probably Thursday or Friday, depending on gold versus blue day. So this is actually what I will be using to grade you. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to look at the grade sheet and say, oh, Miss Barnett's going to make sure that I put the microscope slide in the correct initial setting, that I put the slide on the stage, that I turn the light on, that I turn the coarse adjustment knob to magnify, and that I have a clear, unblurry image under 40. So you're going to use this as a little checklist to self-assess. Now, you will not have this in front of you for your practicum. This is what I'll have in front of me to check off that you do those steps correctly or you don't. So this is an opportunity for you to see exactly what I will be looking for and to practice it. Do it one time where you're looking at the steps, okay? And then put it down and try to do it from memory and check your work. So you can do this as many times as you feel like you need to. You may not have another opportunity at the microscope. So, I may have one other class time where if you feel like you need some extra practice, you can do that. But you need to be very confident in this. So during that 30 minutes, you need to be using this. Okay, you can actually use this self-assessment when you look at some of those slides, and that's totally fine. So look at more slide samples, like I showed you the last 2 pages of the handout, and then practice some more. So if you have additional time at the microscope, don't waste it. Practice, practice, practice. And then please at the end, disinfect your microscope. And so what you'll do is you'll get a little paper towel from Miss Stanley. You will spray just a couple squirts on the paper towel and then go to the microscope and take that and wipe off your eyepiece and your adjustment knobs and your light switch, anything that you touched, just wipe it down. Please don't spray the microscope. Spray this and then wipe it down. Okay, so that is what you do for the microscope. I'm going to move my face over here. Now, when you're at your seat, okay, when you're at your seat. So this is either you start at your seat or you go to the microscope and then you come to your seat. This is kind of a catch-up day to make sure that you have all of your work done. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to complete Google Form 3.3. This is essentially making sure that you check to see that you don't have any missing assignments, 3.1 and 3.2. Okay, so the Google form, and I'm going to show you that in just a second, is to show you, so I can see that you actually looked and that you have completed them and you've checked that you've completed them, or you have not completed them. If you haven't completed them, no big deal. Okay, I'm not counting anything late. You use this time to work on 3.1 and 3.2. Okay, number 2, once you've done that, then you're going to go to 3.4. This is a review. There is the assignment. You can do it on Kami. That essentially was for my concurrent learners or those who are at home. There is a hard copy in the classroom that Miss Stanley can give you of 3.4. This is a review. It's front and back, and you can use your textbook for this. It says pages 101 to 102. It goes right with the reading. You can either use an actual textbook or you can look at the scanned textbook pages, and I'll show you where that is. Number 3, if any of these things are not done within the allotted time in class, it is homework. Number 4, if you are done and there's still time, you wait on the microscope and or work on something else productive. Does not have to be in my class. But please stay in your seat. We do not want students congregating around the microscope and having that sort of be all congested. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to pull up a different screen here in the background. So if we go here to my Schoology page, okay, this is the folder that we're finding everything in right here. This is going to take us through the end of semester 1. So open this. These are the assignments since we've had the test last week. This is 3.1. So this is watching a video and answering questions on a Google Doc and submitting it. So if it's missing, in my gradebook, I have tagged it as missing. So how do you know if you'd submitted it? You can look at a couple places. You can actually go to the assignment and see if you've submitted it, or you can open up your grades for my class and see if any of them have a missing tag on them. That's how you would know that I don't have it, okay? So that's 3.1. So you want to check to see if that's done. This is 3.2. This is what we did Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving when you were in a breakout room and you used the gizmo to build a DNA molecule and replicate it. And if you missed Monday or Tuesday before Thanksgiving, it's probably a good idea to open this PDF. This was the lesson that I taught that day, okay? And that may actually be helpful for the review. So number 1, when you go here, when it says at your classwork where it says 3.3, if I go back to that right here. So the Google Form 3.3, you're going to find that right here on Schoology. So this is the Google Form 3.3, and you simply just open this up. You check to see that you did 3.1 and 3.2. You're going to click the link, and it's just going to ask you a few questions. Your name, your class period, assignment 3.1. I completed it and it's submitted. Or I did not complete it and I'm working on it today. Assignment 3.2, the same thing. Submit that Google form so I can see your response. That's all you do for that first one. And if one of those assignments is not done, then do them. That's what you're doing. And then 3.4, the review is right here, structure and replicating of DNA. Again, the hard copy is in class. There's a Kami version here on Schoology for those students who are not in the classroom. And also, if you open up this assignment, the textbook pages that go with it are right here. Textbook pages 101 and 102. So that is the plan for today. And hopefully you'll take your time, especially at the microscope, and make sure that you know how to use it properly, that you get as many of those slides done as you can, that you disinfect the microscope. All of those things are going to be really important, okay? And I'll probably print this out or post this on Schoology as a PDF, sort of the directions for the day. So you can pull this up if you need to refer to this after this video. What am I supposed to be doing at the microscope? What am I supposed to be doing at my seat? So hopefully this was helpful. And I will be back in school on Thursday. So for your class, I should see you on Thursday. Okay. So I don't see you Tuesday, but I will be there for your class on Thursday. See you then. Bye.